Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another very chaotic Bird Nerd live stream. And why is it chaotic? Well, I've just realised that the laptop has 20% battery, which is great. Just before I jumped on, which is why I'm a couple of minutes late, is because I just spilt my drink everywhere. You can tell how this is going to go. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's been a little bit of time. July was the last time I did a live stream, and yeah, it feels a bit weird, I suppose. But here we are. We're gonna get back on the horse and do a little live, see how you guys are doing. I'll say throughout, but as usual, if anyone has any questions, drop them in the chat. David we can see him in the TV screen. He's right there. He's gonna help me curate everything, and we will do a little giveaway later on well, I'll show you later actually. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Right. Let's see who is here. Hi Klaus, hi Casing Emporia 6, hi Alice, hi Teal Friend, hi Nia. Who else we got? Hi Indian Girl, hi Sarah. I think that's everybody. Hello, welcome. It feels very weird to do a live stream, so we'll see how it goes. As I said, hi Mel. We will do a little giveaway a little bit later with one of our products. Hi Shakti. I was hoping it was going to be a spooky season giveaway, but you guys have just completely cleared us out of spooky season. We're out of stock, so we've got frantic restocking to do. If you guys didn't know already, we are now stocked at Northern Parrots, which is very exciting for us, especially as the food side of our business is still very new. So it's a really big deal for us. And 5 out of the 9 products are already out of stock, and they've only been on the website for a week. Has it been?
Not very long.
Yeah, it's not even. Yeah, it's been a really short period of time. So we are really thrilled about that. But it does mean that we have an awful lot of work to do because they've just increased the order they were originally going to do with us. So the next couple of weeks are going to be really chocker for us, but in a good way, because we're really pleased about that. And we can't thank you guys enough for your support, whether you are a customer of ours or if you just share our bits and pieces and spread the word, spread the best behaved word. We really appreciate that. Welcome, Iris. Hello. So where should we start? What should we talk about to start off with? Let me see. Thank you, Alice. Yeah, it has taken off. It's been a bit of a whirlwind, but we're pleased with it. We didn't expect it to do as well as it has, and it's snowballing, and we're exploring other options going forward. So watch this space. But yeah, we just got back from the IAATE conference, which is a big bird training conference. We have people from all around the world: Sweden, Spain, France, Portugal, America, Australia. David knows all. Basically, people from all over came to the UK near Birmingham for this big symposium where we had 2 full days of back-to-back presentations, and then we had 1 day at Wild Zoological Park. And you guys may know of Wild Zoological Park because that is where Mikey and Mia now live. So we did get to see them, which is really nice. We first saw them in the flying display, and David and I were sitting there, and he's like, I'm pretty sure that's Mikey and me flying together in the sky, and it was. And it's really beautiful to see them. They were having the best time, and their flying display is just the best I've ever seen anywhere in the world. It's sensational. There's about 60 different individual birds all flying at once, just filling the sky. It was quite emotional. We were all like getting teared up and stuff. Yeah, if you ever get the chance to go, it is a small zoo, but it's worth the visit just for the flying display. There's so many different birds, vultures, all flying at the same time as macaws and sun conures and turkey vultures. Yeah, it was turkey vultures, another type. I think it was white-backed vulture. What else was there?
There were birds of prey.
Yeah, a couple of kites. Mostly macaws. There's so many macaws. They've got a crazy amount. What was it? White storks as well. It was just, sensational. And, even the videos that we took, it just didn't do it justice. It was really, really good. And yeah, Mikey and Mia were doing really well. We saw them resting in their aviary afterwards. They're all cuddled up together, which is really nice to see. And we talked to the staff and how they're doing, and they're doing great. So that's really awesome as well. So it was a very full-on trip, and I was very stressed the entire time because I was just worried about the birds. Thank you, Iris. It was actually a screenshot from one of the videos I took. I was like, I need to get some kind of flying birds ones, but it was so like focused on the display, and I had my phone like this, and all the footage wasn't great, but a little screenshot, and it was fine. But yeah, it was really nice. Everybody was lovely. We made lots of connections, and there may be some content in the future, but we won't say too much now. But we did meet some really lovely people, fellow trainers and stuff, and we're hopefully going to link up with them and do some bits and pieces going forward in the future. So that'd be really exciting. But yeah, I was pretty stressed the whole time. Every night I was waking up at like every single hour checking my phone in case my friend, well, our friend, who was looking after the birds was like, oh, they've had a night fright, which they didn't. They did not have a night fright when we were away. And that was one of the things I was most worried about, other than them like tricking him and somehow getting out the cage, which would have been really bad. They didn't have a night fright. And I was really, really happy with that, because it was at the forefront of my mind that our friend is very good. He follows instructions like methodically and stuff. But welcome, Millie. But he's not like an animal bird person or anything like that. So yeah, I found that really stressful. And I was really glad to get home. And we did get home quite late. I think it was about 11:30. And them hearing our voices, we could already hear Kipling being like, rah, 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 rah. So I was like, okay, we'll go in. And they were so excited to see us, which is really cute. Feel bad for the neighbours because they were going crazy. But yeah, I'm glad that they behaved themselves. For the most part, Kipling kept flipping his bowl. So I had like a whole box full of food, and I just said to a friend, like, if he flips his bowl, just fill it up with this. It doesn't really matter. While we're away for a couple of days, it doesn't matter if, you know, there's wastage or there's extras or anything like that. Just make sure they've got food. But they were great, you know. They were a little bit noisy when he would kind of come in and out the house, but once they saw him, they were like, yeah, cool, we'll just relax and chill. So couldn't really ask for a better situation, could we?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. What else happened? David's presentation went really well. Everyone seemed to enjoy it. People were making notes and everything, taking pictures of his slides and everything whilst he was doing it. Apparently, same for mine. So yeah, I mean, David was very critical of himself after he did his, but I know he did great, and I'm critical because our presentations are half an hour long, and then they give you like the kind of hold cards up at the back, like, you know, you've only got 10 minutes left or whatever, and they're holding the cards up. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I've got so much more to talk about. So we could have easily done like an hour. Maybe I should have even focused on parrot nutrition, because there's just so much to say all the time. So we got to watch lots of other really cool presentations to inspire us with other things, and we'll make some content on that over on Patreon for anyone who's interested. So yeah, it's been good. And then back to the chaos and reality, and loads of orders to fulfill, which have all gone out, which is awesome. So yeah, all in all, very good. Anything to add to that?
If there's any delays of your orders currently, it's because Royal Mail are being funny with collections. So we're trying to post them out, and Royal Mail aren't always collecting. So we may have to start walking them down, like, personally. But we will make sure your orders go out as quickly as possible.
It was going so smoothly, and then really lovely, friendly local posties have just disappeared into the abyss.
Although, to be fair, like, the postie that we've got, it's not his fault, and he's actively trying to help us. The management don't care.
No,
but our local postie is actually coming, even though he doesn't know he has anything, and checking with us.
He's just coming to check in and be like, do you have any parcels today? So we're buying him some chocolates this weekend, and when he comes to collect the next lot, we'll give him chocolates, say thank you, because it's really annoying, because it's, you know, at least a half an hour walk back and forth to town in the hustle and bustle, and that doesn't sound too bad, but when you're having to do it like later on in the day and stuff, yeah, it's not the one. What are you doing?
I had a poor joke come to my mind, and I had to silence myself.
Thank you, Billy. Yeah, people seem to really enjoy it. We have people coming up after our talks and stuff and talking to us about the different content and stuff like that. So yeah, really pleased. What else was I going to talk about today?
We looked at a lot of bats. We saw loads of bats when we were at the we've got local bats, so we've got a graveyard nearby, and when you walk there at dusk, you can see the bats flying overhead. These little bats, and they fly so close to you. It's really cute watching them hunt. And we also got to see them when we went at the convention. There were some bats around the land there as well. It was really cool.
Yeah, I do love bats. So does David. And yeah, we were just, I think when we saw them is we were going to drop some parcels down because the postie didn't collect them. And Yeah, thanks, Alice. It's. I feel like we're doing several full-time jobs at once, and we're looking at ways to make it easier for ourselves, because it's definitely challenging, but we're grateful for this challenge. It's good challenge instead of bad challenge for a change. But yeah, we're looking into different options to make things easier for ourselves. So we won't talk too much about that now. But yeah, the bats are really cool. So if you happen to have like a little sort of wooded area, or if you're near like a lake or a river, highly recommend going down at sort of dusk time and just sit, kind of standing and waiting, because there are loads of lovely bats at this time of year. And yeah, it was Cassie Malina's birthday. She is a very, very famous bird trainer within the circuit, so to speak. She was so nice. We kind of met her virtually a few times. It's really nice to meet her in person. And it was her birthday, and we took her down and she got to see the bats. So that was really cool as well. Millie, I'm really glad that they like hemp seed. I don't think we know a conure that doesn't like hemp seeds. They're very, very high value. Our guys all just go, I mean, all of the birds here, whilst they have their own preferences, they all love hemp seed. Bats in the attic. I mean, I'd say it's like a bonus. Like, I don't want to live somewhere with bats, maybe not, you know, like too close contact, but that kind of sounds really fun. Bat boxes on your house. That's really cool too. If only we had something like that. Maybe in the future, that'd be really cool to kind of encourage them.
They wouldn't want to come here, I guess.
No, we're not quite close enough to their sort of. I mean, there probably are bats out there, but you wouldn't know because it's the dark. You need to get one of them like detectors. But that was really fun as well. You might be able to hear Tutun in the background. He's just singing away, having the time of his life, even though it's technically coming up to bedtime and stuff. It's always also song time as well. What else have we got to say? I saw an excellent video yesterday by a vet on the Lefebvre YouTube channel, and it was all about parrot mental health and wellness and well-being. I thought I'd just give it a go, and it was by an avian vet in the US, Dr. Anthony, I can't remember his surname. It was fascinating. If anybody's interested, I did post it on the Discord server, but I highly recommend watching it. I would like to try and get this vet on my channel. I know it's a bit of a long shot, but you know, if you don't ask, you don't get. So there were lots of really interesting topics covered. And yeah, Millie, you can hear him singing. He's having a great time in there. I don't know why bedtime is song time, but it is. And yeah, it's just very cute. So some of the topics that this vet covered, which is really refreshing to actually hear. What have we got written down? Actually, how having an unpredictable environment actually leads to stress, not just in parrots, but a lot of animals. And this is one of these things where we don't agree with some popular advice out there that, you know, routine is bad for parrots. They shouldn't know when their meal times are. They shouldn't know when this, that, and the other is. And actually it does, when there's too little routine, it does increase stress, because they have no idea when their resources are coming, and they don't have any real control over when those resources are coming. And too much fluctuation is also a problem, but equally on the other side, too much routine is a problem, because then if the routine does need to change slightly, then you've got a very stressed bird. But there is more of a consensus coming out that too much unpredictability and too little of this kind of thing is potentially quite stress-inducing. Birds can kind of tell the time. They kind of know our habits and what we do, and we call it like superstitious thinking. They kind of see our behaviours and what we do before certain tasks, and they can pick up on that. So yeah, it's an interesting thing, because it is one of those things that we do see other people promote, like no routine. They shouldn't have any kind of routine. Mealtime should be whenever you want to do it, and you know, we don't really agree with that, do we?
No, because it's the same for any creature. Imagine treating a human that way. Yeah, you're just going to get your food when I feel like it. You know, you're not going to be able to know any predictability. There's a balance to be had. A lot of the things you find in any sort of walk of life, or looking after any creature, there's always a balance. And if you go too far one way or the other, then it causes problems. Don't know why people have such a difficulty understanding that in the training world.
And you know, they're prey animals as well, and just giving them some sort of stability is great. So we try and keep sleepy times and wakey times roughly within a half an hour or so, maybe 45 minutes. Same with meal times, they're roughly within half an hour to 45 minutes of the same kind of time. But everything else, out of cage time, training, enrichment, interactions, bath times, that's all quite variable. But the real core things that they really need, that's what we feel that they benefit from knowing when it's coming. Yeah, Alice. Maybe they just have this internal clock that we don't know about.
Well, they must do. I mean, they if they can predict when we're going to come back and they get used to our routines, they will have a sense of it.
There's so much we don't know. There's just so many things. So who knows? Who knows? Maybe some research in the future will come out that they've got some sort of internal clock. The other thing as well that's the vet brought up, which is a controversial topic, and we tried to be diplomatic on it, and we tried to kind of meet in the middle. But the stress that can be caused by not having the opportunity to interact with another bird, and there are, of course, I'm going to say it now, there are instances where it's not possible, or for that particular bird, that's actually a really bad idea because of their personality and their background and things. Sarah, that's quite interesting. Again, their sense of smell is just incredible. So who knows? And the clock's changing. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that coming up. It's just, at least we get an hour extra, don't we, in bed? So that's something.
Just leave it.
Just leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
We don't need that sort of change or routine and stuff. But yeah, the opportunity to interact with a conspecific, so a member of the same species or another bird, again, it doesn't have to be one-to-one contact, but only having human interaction for the entirety of a bird's life may have complications in how they behave, in how they perceive the world as well, because they do come from large flocks in the wild, and then they come into our homes. And whilst we can absolutely meet some of their social needs, there is this kind of recurring question raised of, can we meet all of them? And as I said, there are situations where a bird cannot have a companion. And we do say if that's the case, then make sure you're doing your absolute very best to meet their social needs and keep them really enriched and engaged and stuff. And we don't judge people for doing that. But it's interesting seeing some of these studies come through. I got a comment the other day. It's like a recurring thing that we get where it's like, oh, I want to get 2 birds, but I should just get 1 because I'm not going to be able to bond with it. And it's such an old wives' tale and a myth that it just doesn't, there's no sense in it. Like, people seem to think that the birds are just going to bond together and they want nothing to do with you, but it's all about the amount of work that you put in yourself. If you put enough work in, enough training, make yourself reinforcing and respect their body language, there's no reason why they can't have a relationship with you as well. And that's obviously very true with our own flock here of crazy little critters. They enjoy our company and they very much enjoy the company of another one as well. What else did he say? Tutun. If you could hear Tutun, let me know. I know Millie said that you could hear him, but he's so funny. I'm also trying to keep an eye on this battery. I don't know how long we're on 14%.
It's doing fine then. It's been 20 minutes, so you've got plenty of time.
We'll see how we get on. I need to keep an eye on this because I want to make sure I have time for the giveaway as well, maybe later on. But yes, the other thing as well that's really coming through, and it's not just from this vet, it's something that we're seeing time and time again, and I'm hoping there's going to be a real change coming on is, and yeah, with Indian girl, there are situations where if birds have certain things going on, then it's not sensible to introduce them to another bird unless they have the same thing, but that's a whole other kettle of fish. Is actually how detrimental hand rearing birds is, and we have talked about this on the channel and people don't like it, and I know it's a very common thing and people think that they need to get a hand reared bird because it's going to be easier to tame or it's going to be friendlier or anything like that. But actually the vet brought up some studies. I haven't got the references here, but I can send you the video where they actually tested the sort of tameability, tameness I don't know what the English is, the tameness of birds who were parent reared, so they're reared by another bird but had interaction with humans, and also co-parented, where you have the birds feeding the chicks but you also help and kind of get involved that way as well. And it was very interesting to see that actually those things compared to hand rearing a bird didn't have any impact on the tameness or the friendliness or anything. The birds who were parent reared or co-parent reared were just as friendly, just as interested in interacting with humans as the ones that were hand reared. And there's also some information coming up and some suggestion and evidence that actually birds who are hand reared and literally pulled from the nest as soon as they hatch or very, very soon after can actually lead to feather destructive behavior later on in life, because they don't learn a lot of these skills from conspecifics, so like their parents or their siblings. They don't learn how to process and cope with stress, learn these coping behaviours. And actually, when some of this further destructive behaviour comes up later in life, it may not necessarily be completely all down to one scenario. It could even be like the detrimental effects of being hand-reared. And it's really refreshing to hear people say it, because I would love to see a shift way from hand rearing, less absolutely medically necessary, and moving towards co-parent rearing or parent rearing. I think co-parent rearing definitely has its place. It gives you a chance to interact with all the birds, but of course it depends on how the parents are happy with that. If they're happy with you kind of meddling with the chick and stuff, that could be quite stressful for them if they're not. But yeah, there's a lot of evidence coming up, and we see it a lot, even consultations and from other anecdotal evidence, that hand-raised birds, they don't see themselves as birds, they see themselves as people. And then when they get hormonal and they want to find a mate and they're looking towards people, and then we see all these hormonal behaviors come up, and attacking and aggression and pair bonding behaviors with humans, and it's not healthy. So yeah, if you'd like to see that video, just drop me a message somewhere and I can send you the link. As I said, I've politely tried to sweet talk the vet to see if he wants to come on my channel. I suspect it's going to be a no, but we can only ask. And if not, maybe I'll just review his content and make my own kind of video on it. Maybe we'll get Jason back. Maybe we'll find somebody else who wants to chat to me. But I think something to be said about exploring more of the kind of mental health and well-being, wellness aspect of parrot keeping, wouldn't you say?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes, I would. There's a question for you.
Yeah, there is. Let's have a look. What's my question? Hi, my pod life. Love your channel. Thank you very much for watching. Rescuing 2 green cheeks tomorrow. How exciting. They have no enrichment. Our cage has lots of new things. Will it overwhelm them? That's a really great question, because there is the potential. It really depends on how they were kind of raised. If they've had no exposure to enrichment before, yes, it could be quite scary. So you may want to take some of the lovely enrichment that you've already got out and then slowly add it as they get used to it. Have a real good think about the perch placement that you've done as well, so they can actually get around the cage. We like to arrange perches in a bit of a circuit so they can kind of move around the cage and in like a circuit around the outside and stuff, just to make it really easier for them to navigate. But yes, there is a possibility, and that's not unusual. It's not unusual anyway, because a bird comes from one place to another. That's terrifying in itself, and then there's all these overstimulating colours and noises and things. So yeah, you could maybe just take a little bit out and then put some more in when they're more comfortable. Yeah, so Bastorage? Bastorage? I don't know how to pronounce your name. Do you know what? When I was a lecturer at a couple of colleges, it was the absolute worst thing for me when I would have to do the register, because I'm like, I'm terrible with pronunciation. So my fault. But yeah, it is hard. There are some birds who are not going to do very well with others. The white cockatoos are a really great example. They can get super territorial. You think of like cockatoo cages, there's just a cage isn't enough for a cockatoo. They need like an aviary. Okay, buzz storage. There we go. Having 2 cockatoos in close proximity is a recipe for fighting and scariness and chaos. So that can be not so good. And as we've mentioned, for some personalities, maybe the way that they've been raised, maybe you have got like a hand-raised bird who just doesn't recognize other birds, and actually they don't know how to read their body language or respond or anything like that. That could be quite dangerous. So I've got 12% now. I'm really looking at this battery. Thank you very much, Casing Emporia 6. It's very kind of you to say. We do our best. Yeah, Alice, really good point. So yeah, Alice has got a great example of her bird, needing a bit of time. Conversely, some birds do okay. We have baby Cole. He was a rescue from a very horrible, neglectful situation. He was not cared for very well at all. And he has done quite well with toys and enrichment. And I think he's just happy to be here instead of where he was. So it's kind of worked out well for him. But yeah, Charlie as well was like, "What are you doing?" "I'm live streaming, Char. If you weren't so noisy, you could come in and play as well. We know if you've seen my latest video, the amount of takes I had to do because Charlie just wanted to do the script for me. It was really funny. I do enjoy filming with him, but he doesn't stop talking, and then like the audio sometimes cuts out. Maybe you guys would prefer to listen to Charlie. I probably would over my droning voice. Yeah, it did make me laugh. Let's see what Sarah has to say. Kiwi never played with toys until I got him. I think that's when we had the wrong type of toys. Yeah, so we see that a lot as well. It's one of the reasons why when we do our consultations, we like to see cage setup pictures, because sometimes people say I've got a big cage and I've got loads of toys in there, and we have a look and maybe it's not big cage, and maybe the cage is full of plastic toys and bells and shoelaces and fuzzy huts and everything else that maybe we wouldn't say is best for having in a cage. So yeah, sometimes they just need the right kind of toys. Or what we see a lot and something that we promote a lot is for a lot of small birds, they're often given really hardwood toys. And for some small birds, that's fine. Our crimsons really enjoy a hardwood toy. But for most small birds, they're not even going to bother because it's too much like hard work. You need to give them softwoods like your balsa, solar, mahogany pods, cardboard paper, palm leaf, all that kind of stuff. That is more valuable than your standard parrot toy blocks of wood that are like this thick, made out of pine. Yeah, bar storage, sometimes it is personality conflicts as well, and that's why if you are going to be introducing new birds to each other, you have to do a lot of work to really build up to that, to make sure their personalities don't conflict, because if we are putting two birds together in a space, the smaller the space, the more likely there is going to be conflict. So we have to look at a whole variety of things when it comes to actually having birds interact as well. Right, Shakti, you're wanting to stop covering. That's awesome. we don't recommend covering at all. So that's really cool that you are looking to do that. For some birds, they will do okay with. You hear Olive as well. She's so excited. You're not coming in because you're going to be screaming and you don't like the big light on. So for some birds, they can do fine with just not being covered anymore. For other birds, you may just have to sort of wean them off of it. So maybe just do slightly less each night, or maybe just have like the front open and then the top and sides covered, and then over a few days, just kind of slowly decrease it and just see how your bird reacts as well. If they can't settle at night because it's too unusual for them, just take it slower. As long as you're kind of moving in the right direction, there's nothing wrong with that as well. Do you have anything to add on that?
No.
I nearly just spilled my drink again. It's one of those nights.
No, just face covering it, partially cover. And
on that note, I think, what are you doing? I think, yeah, we're going to bring Pickles and Scampi in, and we're going to do this little giveaway because my laptop is screaming at me that I've got low battery. I know, Mac, but I'm on 10%. There's no plug socket on this side of the room. So you're just going to have to deal with it. So we are going to do a little giveaway. Today we are going to give away. I'll just tell you when Pickles and Scampi ring because they're going to be shouting anyway, no doubt. And it is going to be a UK only one, unfortunately, because of postages and stuff like that. But I think the next one I do will be from our merch store, and I will do a global giveaway. But I'm just easing myself back into the live streams. Hello! What are you doing up there? But here are the real stars of the show. Where are we? Hello! Hello, little Pickle. You coming? What you doing? Oh, this little Pickle. Here's little Pickle. Here she is in all her glory. Pickle pee. Ooh, pickle pee. Ooh, pickle pee. Big posturing. Look at that chest. Look at that big puffy chest. Oh my goodness. Pickles pee. Pickles pee. Are you coming, Scam? Where is she? Are you coming? Okay, you're going to stop the live stream. Can we not? But can we at least do the giveaway first? And then
do you have any rewards for her?
No, I don't. I was rushing before the live stream. Do you want to come here? Okay, we're going to be... There we go. Welcome. Hello. Does posturing me excited and happy? Yeah. So posturing can be hormonal, it can be excitement, it can be happy, so to speak. They were posturing just now because they've just come in and it's really exciting to be in the bedroom past their bedtime. So yeah, that's why they're posturing right now. Some birds will posture because they are wanting you to move away from them. So it's really about the overall body language and what they're trying to show. Sometimes posturing can be I'm excited. Sometimes it's I want you to move away from me. Both of these are female.
There's no male.
They're pair bonded, both female, DNA confirmed. You just want to go with daddy. I love that. They come in here and they want nothing to do with me. Disgrace. Is it okay to cover them? So we're not really the sorts of people who are like, you shouldn't do this, you can't do that. Do I think that birds need to be covered? No. They're not covered in the wild. They don't sleep in complete pitch black darkness in the wild. There's moonlight, starlight, and light pollution. So they don't need to be covered. If they're in a busy part of the house where you're like, oh, I've got to cover them because there's so much going on, then maybe they shouldn't be in that part of the house. Maybe you should find somewhere else that's more suitable for them. Or if you're like us, we just completely surrendered the living room to the birds. That's not a bird room. So when it's birdie bedtime, that room is like out of bounds for us. So, if you have to cover, we say try and meet in the middle where you cover the top and sides and leave the front open, or you cover the top third of the cage where birds normally sleep high up. So you cover that bit and then the rest of it can be open. There's a variety of reasons. Airflow, you don't want this whole cover, this huge blanket all over the cage because it restricts airflow, traps in all that stale air. The risk of crop impaction from chewing the cover, the risk of hormonal behaviour from creating a dark nest-like space. I could go on and on, but you could just watch my video again. Should you cover your bird's cage? It's another one of those controversial topics, but it is something I am passionate about because I don't think they need it, and I think it actually creates more problems, including how you put on the cover and take it off. But on that note, shall we do a giveaway? So this is going to be UK only. I know there's not a huge amount of people here, but that increases your odds. But we do like to do a giveaway on each live stream to say thank you for supporting us. So UK only. I think the next one I'll do will be global, and that will be from our merch store. But I wanted to give away one of our food things today because I haven't done a live stream in ages. So today we are giving away, as I said, it would have been a spooky season, but you guys have just sold us out of it. So we're making some more hopefully next week. We're giving away some of our healthy parrot nut mix. Aren't nuts amazing? You can use them for training. They have healthy fats. And also you can soak them overnight, rinse them off in the morning, and they're even more digestible. They're tasty, they're yummy. Everything in moderation, of course. But this is what we're giving away today. So if you would like to enter the giveaway to win some healthy nuts for your birds and you are in the UK and you are over 18, could you please, where's my emojis? I'm going to put an emoji in the chat. What emoji should we pick this time? Try and pick a different emoji each time. What have we got? Let's have a look. Let's see. I know what we should do. Let's see if I can find it. Oh. Because it's October, we're going to be doing the jack-o'-lantern. I did type in pumpkin, it doesn't come up. It's called jack-o'-lantern. And yeah, Scampi is going to pick the winner very shortly. So if you would like to enter the giveaway, pop the pumpkin jack-o'-lantern emoji in the chat for the next minute or so. And then you'll be in with a chance. So I'm just reading. Hi, Evelina. Yeah, it's really interesting. The correlation between issues and hand-raised birds. And apparently I've heard that in some countries it's actually starting to be banned that you can't hand-raise birds, which is a great thing. I think it should be co-parenting all the way unless there is a massive issue where you have to step in because you have no other choice. I think birds really do well from actually learning from other birds and learning that they are birds, but they can also be friends with us too. Oh, Scampi!
What do you want? This completely doesn't provide treats. Can I
have a bird while we In fact, I need to actually hand over to you because I need to write people's names down.
Oh, I don't want to go on.
Yeah, I know you don't want to go on the screen, but everyone's just be looking at my head otherwise. So
let's try and find someone to put these treats then. So
okay. So David's going to check in. We're going to tap out so I can write your names down because Scampi's going to pick the winner. So again, if you are still watching and you would like to enter the giveaway, please put the jack-o'-lantern. Scampi does say Scampi. Yeah, she says Scampi, and she says ooh. Is that what she says? Just Scampi?
Just Scampi.
Yeah, just Scampi. David's going to check in. I'm going to do the pumpkins. If you want it, if you want to win the nut mix, put a pumpkin in the chat. And then we've got a couple of minutes, and then.
Don't know what to talk about.
You talk about Scampi.
Hello. I don't look very camera worthy today, I'm afraid. But
talk about Scampi licking. Scampi was your TikTok.
Yeah. Scampi loves licking things. I don't know why Scampi. So Scampi spent 5 minutes with my hand. My hand was the computer mouse. And Scampi spent 5 minutes, literally 5 minutes, on my hand, licking my finger. I could see her tongue going 10 to the dozen on my finger and tasting it. I don't know if I had a little bit of juice left over on it. It was salty, or but yeah, she's just really funny little creature. And yeah, the bond. She seems to be very bonded to me at the moment. Always wants to be on me.
With you.
She's just ignoring the treats now as well, aren't you? Oh, whoa, lickivore bird, more like licky lick bird.
Right, last few minutes, guys.
She bites a lot less than she used to. When we first got her as a rescue, she was an absolute terror. And she's found the treats already. Let's put them over here. Okay, well, they're all eaten now, apart from I saved 2 of them. You shouldn't be doing any boiling water, Millie. No boiling water, Millie.
It's cold. What you doing?
Oh, Sarah, yeah. I mean, all animals seem to love sweaty human. It's like one of the ultimate delicacies in the animal world. I've seen dogs do it, cats do it as well. Even seen hamsters lick people. It's just absolutely gorgeous for them, isn't it? They absolutely love sweaty flesh. Very nice. So we put out a new Patreon video today. There wasn't one last week, so obviously we were away, but it was talking about cues and prompts for those of you into your training. And as you well know, a cue is just like a sort of like a step in the training process. So you do it. I'm not really saying. Yeah, sorry, I'm not really prepared for myself being on camera today. So yeah, it's part of your antecedent to signal a behaviour. It signals the behaviour, and prompts obviously are things that help add information so your cue becomes more effective. And I did a video because I found it very interesting, and the conference reminded me on just how important getting your cues and prompts right are, and that you can actually be lazy with them as well. You can take more time, and you can also actually phase a lot of it out and do a lot less work as a bird trainer or parrot parent than you think you need to. It's quite funny when you see some people do so much. There was a great example at the conference where someone was literally almost training this animal to only go in a carrier when they were like squealing at it, almost just squeak, come on. And without that, the animal didn't know what to do. It was quite funny. Yes, there are birds. This is Scampi and this is Pickles. If you are new to Sophie's channel, I'm not supposed to be on this live stream. This isn't my channel, but Sophie's doing the giveaway, which Scampi's going to pick in a moment. Aren't you?
Right, now we can switch.
What you? Oh, okay. Pickles is coming. She's like, I'm gonna run all the way down your hand to take Scampi's place. Oh,
right. Last 30 seconds. If you want to enter the giveaway, you are over 18 and you're in the UK, you want to win the healthy nut mix. Put the jack-o'-lantern emoji in the chat.
Can I leave? Can I leave now?
Well, you may as well stay here now.
Okay. There we go. She smells nice today. She smells a little bit like fruit. She had dried fruits there, haven't you? Whoa.
Right.
Clearly the ramekins preferred.
The giveaway is now officially.
Do you want to go on my head or something?
Closed.
Right, so Scampi's now going to pick our winner, as she always does. It's become tradition because Scampi loves doing this, and people seem to enjoy watching Scampi pick the winner.
I have a ramekin.
Let's get Pickles out of the way, otherwise.
Everybody's. I promise.
She's ready. She's ready. She wants to pick it out now.
Can we do this?
So where's the winner?
Theatrically.
Where's the winner?
Everybody's name in my hand that entered the giveaway. Are you ready? I need to get centre stage. Ready?
Distract you.
Right, pick one.
That was quick.
We've got one. Immediately, whoever this is, they need
to take a treat instead.
They need to win.
Drop that.
Right,
it's on the floor now.
How am I going to get that?
I don't even know if it's gone under the.
I'll find it.
Where is it? I can't see it. Look, you get to see my lovely.
Right, move away. Scoot back.
Let me get out of the way.
I need to make sure.
It's under there somewhere now. Right, so this didn't go so well. It's under there somewhere. She dropped it on the floor.
Right, take her. Scampi 2. Where is it?
I'm
going to get my phone now. I can't.
All right, we'll try and find it. If we don't, we have to pick another one because we have no idea where that one went. Try it under the cupboard, under the actual cupboard.
Right.
Well, no. It's unfair on the person who won if we have to find another one.
I think I've just pulled a muscle in my neck, but
we've got it.
Right, the winner is
of
the healthy nut mix. Drum roll, please. Who is it, Scam?
She wants to take it.
Who is it? Oh,
It's Jonas.
It's Jonas. Woohoo! Well done, Jonas. Find me wherever you like, whether that's Instagram, Facebook. I'm not really on Facebook. I suppose Best Behaved Birds are. Instagram, DMs, email, whatever you like. Congratulations. Contact us wherever you see fit, and we'll get your prize to you very soon. Congratulations. As we said, both David and I, it's my finger, not the note. Both David and I like to do giveaways on every live stream to say thank you.
Again.
And on that note, I think we're going to wrap things up because the laptop is absolutely screaming at me. How long have we got?
5%. Got a minute or two.
I've got 5% left. You're most welcome. You're in the Discord server. Amazing. Drop me a DM on there and then we can get your prize to you very shortly. That's yours, is it? Okay. Scampi is just going to have that. She loves picking winners, and I wish that we had enough prizes so that we could just pick all the winners because it's her favourite thing. As you saw, she picked a winner immediately. So thank you so much, guys.
It's not you've eaten them all.
Coming to live. Thank you. That's my juice. Thank you so much for coming to the live stream. The next one is probably going to be on David's channel.
Goodness knows when.
Probably next month, I imagine. If not, we do try and... Alice, you're very naughty. Right at the end there. Thank you very much. Very, very kind of you. We really appreciate you, and we're really happy that you're part of the community. It's let me love it.
It never lets me like these.
Okay. I do like it, but I've loved it. So thank you very much, Alice. You're very naughty, and we really appreciate you. Thank you very much, Daisy. Appreciate your kind words. So the next live stream is probably going to be on David's channel. If you don't know who David is, he is the parrot teacher. He's been in the chat the whole time. Does anyone want to come and say goodbye? Pickles P wants to. Oh, there she is. Oh. Pickles. Okay. Pickles P. Okay. It's utter chaos. So I hope you are. Oh no, Stella. Maybe next time. Do follow on Instagram is normally where I post it, or YouTube community. Same for David. But you can always watch it back. But thank you so much for watching, guys. It's been lovely to chat to you guys as always, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care and see you later. Oh, Scampi, she's not even let me finish the live stream, Scampi. Right, bye-bye.
I'm not allowed to finish. I'll carry on.